Wait before we just go to the main part. Let me introduce myself. Hi, hello guys, this is Medbits, your exam savior, and today we'll be discussing about neurotransmitters, which is coming under CNS. And yeah, there is parts before this also too. This is part 4. So there is part 3, 2, 1, and yeah, so just go and watch that. So it will be really more useful to understand. And yeah, it comes under physiology as we all know. So let's get into it. Now wait before you're just going to close the video. It is not as lengthy as you think. Once you start to read with me, you will understand that this is much easier. So yeah, just go with this laser so you will be able to catch up. So just don't think about this big paragraphs or anything like that, okay? So let's discuss. Neurotransmitters are body's chemical messengers. They are used by the nervous system to transmit messages between neurons or from neurons to muscles. Billions of neurotransmitter molecules work constantly to keep our brains functioning. Interesting, right? Managing everything from our breathing to our heartbeat to our learning and concentration levels. They can also affect a variety of psychological functions such as fear, mood, pleasure, and joy, which is very much common, right? Communication between two neurons happen in the synaptic cleft, which is the small gap between the synapses of neurons. As you can see the cleft, right, in the image. At the end of each neuron is a tiny gap called a synapse, and in order to communicate with the next cell, the signal needs to be able to cross the small space. Okay, this occurs through a process known as neurotransmission. Yep, and let's go to the next one. Neurotransmitter is released from the axon terminal after an action potential has reached the synapse. When an electrical signal reaches the end of a neuron, it triggers the release of small sacs called vesicles that contain the neurotransmitters. These sacs spill their contents into the synapse, where the neurotransmitters then move across the gap toward the neighboring cells. These cells contain receptors, where neurotransmitters can bind and trigger changes in the cells. Receptors and neurotransmitters act like a lock and key system. Just as it takes the right key to open a specific lock, neurotransmitter will only bind to a specific receptor. Exactly. If the neurotransmitter is able to work on receptor site, it triggers changes in the receiving cell. Classification. A neurotransmitter can influence neurons in one of the three ways. It can excite, inhibit, or modulate them. Excitatory neurotransmitters. These types have an excitatory or stimulating effect on the neurons. If a neurotransmitter is excitatory, it will increase the likelihood that the neuron will fire action potential. Example is epinephrine and norepinephrine. Inhibitory neurotransmitters. In contrast to excitatory neurotransmitters, inhibitory neurotransmitters have the opposite effect, inhibiting or hindering the neurons. If a neurotransmitter is inhibitory, it makes the likelihood of the neuron firing action potential will be decreased. Now, examples are GABA and endorphins. Modulatory neurotransmitters. It can affect a large number of neurons at the same time, as well as being able to influence the effects of other neurotransmitters. Neuromodulators. do not directly activate the receptors of neurons but work together with neurotransmitters to enhance the excitatory or inhibitory responses of the receptors. Example is serotonin and dopamine. Now let's discuss neurotransmitter classes. Okay, so there are over 50 known types of neurotransmitters. Some of the main classifications, which is shown here below in few categories, which is monoamines, amino acids, soluble gases, and acetylcholine. So in amino acids, as you can see here, glutamate, aspartate, glycine, GABA. Monoamines, catecholamines, which is in here as you can see, dopamine, epinephrine, norepinephrine. And here indole amines comes as serotonin. Soluble gases, here comes as nitric oxide, carbon monoxide, in acetylcholine, there is nothing else, and yep, that will be it. Congratulations guys, now we have learned neurotransmitters, and I hope that the video has been very helpful for you. And yeah, good luck on your exams. Have faith in yourself, pray to God, say him your worries, and yeah, in good times good things will come to you. And until then, see you on next video. Bye.